Hey guys, we are out here on the real McCoy on the Ouachita River, and we've got Moxie. We'll let her run, and we've got baby Zeller. We had to get him out here because Moxie got to do this right when she was born, about 2 months old. So now it's Zeller's turn, and we just want to bring y'all out here. This is kind of my upbringing and how it all started. And so here we are, and we hope you enjoy today's YouTube video. So thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
When you're on vacation, you feel a deep sense of freedom. No boss, no deadline, living life so full that your entire being vibrates at a higher level. That's what it's about, and why we bought a vintage houseboat in Minnesota to boat down the Mississippi River to Louisiana. It changed our lives. Now we're on a permanent vacation mindset, and we want you to be as well. Life is too short not to explore. So subscribe and join our crew to see where this river leads us. Yours truly, Margaret and Bradley McCoy. Just in time for Mardi Gras, we got our Island Time rope hats in. It was awesome to get to have Mardi Gras again after 2 years of not getting to celebrate because of the pandemic. The magic of New Orleans had officially returned with the carnival season. Baby girl jumped right in, just like she was a seasoned pro. One thing y'all need to know about South Louisiana, if you don't already, is that everything closes on Mardi Gras Day. We typically dress up in costume and go to the quarter, but this year we loaded up the fam and stayed with the Graffs at a camp rental down in Shell Beach. The juxtaposition of Mardi Gras crowds to expansive marshland was great. It is always wonderful to get out on the water, and this time it felt kind of cleansing to our energies.
You've probably noticed Scott has made quite a few appearances, because like me, he doesn't need an excuse to be on the water. But this was a special trip. We were on a mission to put his 6-year-old and his 3-year-old son on some fish.
Oh, God, he's got it!
Get it in, Clark, get it in.
He got a rap for Daddy, did, boy! He got a rap for Daddy!
You gotta get a picture.
Yeah! Keep that tip up, Clark. Keep that tip. Oh, you got him! Oh, he got him. He got him.
Fighting it like a champ. There you go, Clark. Oh, he's going under the boat.
Oh, yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Clark, look this way. Yeah! All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep getting. Keep reeling it.
That's a keeper!
Oh, Dad, get it.
That's a keeper!
Yeah!
And on this day, their dad and his friend were heroes.
Yeah, that's a keeper! That's a keeper! That's a keeper! Keeper!
Oh,
Keeper!
look at that bait right there, too.
Keeper! Keeper!
Got nice blue tails.
Hey, pull it. All right, good work. High five. All right.
Not only did we catch our share to eat, we caught, tagged, and released another 10 or so redfish. It was a perfect day. Some people fish for different reasons and have different philosophies. But as you've seen from the houseboat trip down the Mississippi River, we absolutely eat the fish we harvest. And we were very thankful to have these fish to fry up for our families this evening. For the most part, everything was done for the RV park except dirt and rock, which we worked on
off and on for the last 3 months because it essentially rained every 3 days during that time frame. At least the rain helped with some of the compaction, but we used a roller and grader as well so we could expedite the process of having the site ready for RVs. Since we were pushing late hours, the contractor even allowed me to jump on the roller so we could keep the process going. Because we already put the lines in prior to our dirt work, I rented a mini excavator to move some stuff around and haul out some trash. And it was only fitting that we took a pick on the excavator, as I logged over 100 hours on it that month.
Our friends Cody, Jolie, Nick, and Leah were staying at a friend's camp on the other side of the bayou.
Come on! Do I need to get my blade out?
No, no blades.
No blades? What you talking about?
Really need smaller fish, man. We just paddle.
They kayaked over and christened our new dock with a cold one. It was so great to have this moment at our place with cool people just hanging on a whim. It really validated everything we had been working on. We were so super stoked to get our sign in. Totally officially official. And then I realized I got the phone number wrong. It makes me sweat just thinking back on it. Don't worry, we fixed it.
Our first guest arrived as we were putting up the sign, so it was a perfect opportunity to have them take a picture with us as our first guest in front of our new sign.
So exciting. Real guests. We have Moxie on the houseboat for the first time for overnight. It's so, what day is it? It's Saturday, April 9th, 2022.
She's almost 10 months old.
Yeah.
Hi.
We got our whole body out. We just had our bottle. And we're about to go fishing with Dada. But it's been really fun to be back on the houseboat and have our little tiny party favor along with us. We got Cruz. This is the raw version. Cruise. It is a gorgeous day. And here comes Bradley. Ahoy!
That's my baby girl. That's my baby girl. Yep. Yeah. Like a little siesta.
It's the perfect temperature for a siesta.
What are you doing? doing, baby girl? What are you doing, huh? Steve and Julie were some of our first guests and were driving through on their way back to Colorado with plans to go fly fishing. But the wind and conditions were terrible, so their fly fishing trip was canceled. I reached out to several captains to see about lining them up on a rod and reel trip, but didn't have any luck. They decided they were going to go ahead and hit the road, but after hanging out on the dock for a while and getting to know one another, I offered to take them out on a boat ride and maybe cast a few times. It turned out we casted several times and caught quite a few fish. Afterwards, Margaret and Moxie met up with us and we all hung out on the dock and had margaritas. This experience was more than I could have ever hoped for when I dreamed up the idea to build an RV park and dock. And there we were, actually doing it.
One of them's pretty big.
I got a crab.
Yeah.
I told you we could catch
Told me he could catch crab. Oh man, now you got
I'm gonna catch some more.
some crab toppings to put on top of your redfish right there.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm here in Larose, Louisiana. We're trying to get, I just got 5 24-foot, 3-inch by 12 rough cut seals to put these hoists in on the dock. I didn't have a trailer long enough, so I grabbed the mud boat so I can use the mud boat. Mud boat's bailing me out again. So I grabbed the mud boat to use as a trailer. We're in Larose, it's about a little over 2 hours, the opposite direction of Shell Beach, but this is where they had the boards. The guys are underway on the mezzanine level, so I had to come get them quickly. So here we go, improvising. We got the boards, we'll see if we can get them up. So I'm headed to Cocodrie right now to pick up a boat hoist to put down at the dock for the boat. And right now I'm about to go over the Mississippi River here in Hanville, Destrehan area. And Margaret and I came rolling down this river in the houseboat. Scares me even looking at it from here. Still can't figure out how we did it. And you can see all the industrial, all the cranes, all the little cargo ports and ferries. Pretty wild. So I'm in line for the Belle Chase Ferry. The Belle Chase Ferry takes you from Belle Chase, which is what we would call the West Bank side of the Mississippi River, and it brings you across the Mississippi River to the east side to Plaquemines Parish and St. Bernard Parish, right at Braithwaite, which will take us to Shell Beach, Hopedale, Delacroix, etc. So I've got a beam, a 12-foot beam hanging out of the back of the truck right now. Let me see if I can get it. I've got a 12-foot beam hanging out of the back of the truck that I just bought from Belle Chase, and that's for the boat lifts. Got all my fishing gear and everything else. And so we're going to take the ferry across the Mississippi River and head on over to the RV park. We are loading the ferry right now. Back on the Mississippi River. Here we go. dock, and I've got the boat hoist that I went down to Cocodrie to pick up. Had it stored on the houseboat for a couple weeks now, waiting for the dock to get a little more ready to work. So here it is. This is the cradle, actually. So this is the cradle I've been storing on the back of the houseboat. Actually, when I was pulling it down, this bunk board right here, it's aluminum bunk board, fell into the slip right there, and I just almost went swimming. I was able to get a hook. Where's my hook? Had my mojo pole right here that I was able to pull it out of, hook it and pull it up to myself. This is the lift that we pulled down from Cocodrie, and me and a buddy Scott put these up, and we had to put these I-beams across these motors, which are encased in I-beams or C-channels, with the pipe and the motor. Extremely brutal. We got them up. We spent about a day doing it. Uncoiled the cables, see what kind of length they had. Tied some weights to the cables so it would keep them straight, as you can see down there. And of course, I needed another about 6 feet to hit the bottom of the water from there. So I had two options. I could either buy 25 to 30 foot cable and re-spool all four on the pipe, or I could buy extensions with thimbles and clamps, and clamp them. So I do a loop to the end of this cable, and then a loop on the other cable that I'm going to tie to the cradle and connect them. So that's what we're going with. Stay tuned. I went and got four about 12-foot cable extensions, so that way I can extend it to the cables from the hoist up there. What I'm going to do, I've got these thimbles. So one end, I've already started this one. Right here, this is an IMM Lift. It's got this patented system that goes into the beam and has this lock that puts the pressure against it. It locks it in. And then when I get this up here, what I'll do is I'll put this thimble in it like this, tight. Anyway, put a thimble in it like that, and I've got a couple clamps. I'll put 1, 2, 3 clamps to create this loop here. So that loops up. Then I'll put a shackle, and I'll shackle this. I'll do the same loop process on the cables hanging from the lifts, and then just shackle them, and then that'll connect this cradle beam to the lift. Should work out good. I've got this PVC right here. I'm going to slide over this cable.
Getting the hoist in was a really big deal to me, as even before the houseboat trip or any of that, something I've always wanted was to be able to drive down or walk across the street, push a button, and take off on the water. And now, that dream had finally come true. And even better, we have a couple hoists for our guests to enjoy the same experience.
Every year we look forward to Jazz Fest, and this year we brought along baby girl. Having a baby in tow made for a different fest, but we weren't going to let it slow us down. 3 for 3 is a party of 3.
My good friend Ryan from Iowa came down with his family between Jazz Fest.
All right, you got him in. Yeah. Good work.
And thanks to the boat already being in the water, we were able to run down and make a quick fishing trip.
The second weekend of Jazz Fest we deemed Parents Weekend, meaning we did it sans baby girl. Thank you to Bradley's parents for watching her. They actually stayed out at our retreat while we hit the fest. I got a little crazy tagging everyone with "I'm on vacation" stickers. It was a blast. Our sticker was found several days post-fest in a friend's washing machine. Phenomenal.